Welcome to Drinking Bros, presented by BlackRifleCoffee.com.
Usually when we start a show, we all go together, but Evan didn't come with us. What happened?
What happened there?
I was just super excited that Adam Calhoun was on the show today.
Adam Calhoun.
Thank you guys for having me.
Tell us again,
what is the stuff that you're about?
Oh my God!
And on that note, it's been fun, guys. Thanks for having me. I'm walking out the door.
You've never made an episode more uncomfortable.
Oh,
Do you want
my
to restart
God.
that
was
one?
great. That was
No, we actually have Graham Allen on, the Rant
Mr.
King.
Graham Allen.
The King.
It's
The
either
Rant
that
King.
or Matt Best or John Burke. I normally
You get 'em all.
mistaken for
You get 'em
everybody
all.
Oh
but
my God, you're
myself.
Matt Best.
Yeah.
You get them all.
I actually
Hold
one
on.
time.
So he made the joke, not me. So you don't have to call me John.
I'm not calling you John. I'm saying
Totally
one
just
time,
called him John Burke.
Oh.
No, I said or Matt Best.
Or Matt Best.
One time
Yeah,
I had a
yeah.
guy come up, and I thought that someone put him up
To just fucking
call
with
me
you.
Matt
Yeah.
Best. So I call this dude out and make it like this huge ordeal. And in the middle of it, this guy realizes, holy crap, this isn't Matt Best. And it's this awkward moment where we're staring at each other because I'm like, are you
You
messing
fucking
with
with
me?
me?
Are you
And
fucking?
he's
Yeah.
like, who are you? kind
Yeah.
of thing. And
Bro,
he
we had
really
that
didn't know who I
Facebook
was.
with-
He's gotten Marcus Luttrell.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes,
Dude, I had a
yes.
guy,
What
I had a
happens
guy at the
is-
airport
is
run to me and he goes,
they-
Marcus
just-
Luttrell.
yeah.
And I was like, no, Matt.
Incorrect.
Yeah, that is incorrect.
That is
It is
incorrect.
Matt
Incorrect.
Best. A few years separate us, actually.
you know, and you know.
Yeah.
But
Story or
it's
two.
just what
Yeah,
happens
story.
is they see a name and a face and they constantly see the same one and then it's
Yeah.
just like you're yeah.
We
You
should
don't expect him to
we
know.
You have a
should
beard
line
and tattoos.
Yeah,
You're
we
Matt
should
Best.
line everybody up and do like a mugshot kind of thing and post it of who.
It's like name the
everyone
douchey
actually-
veteran.
It's in Hollywood, they call it the Chris's.
You
Who's Chris
see-
Pine? Who's Chris Platt? Who's Chris Hemsworth?
who,
They do the whole
you know who
fucking
I always get all the
crap.
time? Yusha Thomas.
Yeah, really?
Everybody.
Yeah,
I'm
I
in the
can see
airports,
that.
everything.
I would have said Deepak Chopra.
I heard he's
Yeah,
a really
that's
mean
strange.
drill sergeant.
I really like Yusha Thomas. I've only met him once in
He's
in
amazing.
the flesh.
He's
But
amazing.
He's a good human.
Love him.
As are you. And thanks for coming on Drinkin' Bros.
Yeah, thank you for being here.
guys.
If you
I
guys
appreciate
don't know
it.
Graham
There's our
Allen,
camera right there.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
There's their
We're
camera
live.
over there.
We're audio and video,
It
Graham.
only took a year and a half, but I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you
Well,
guys.
You
Yeah.
just
No,
got,
yeah,
you
for us
just
to
got
give him a call.
started, though. You just got started. Your
Yep.
following is out of nowhere.
Yep. I'm
You've amassed close
just
to
as shocked as everybody
2
else.
million followers on
Yep.
Facebook.
Yep.
Is this your first SHOT Show?
let's
this
just really
second
rub
shot
that in
show.
because he has more followers on Facebook.
Yeah,
than
so
me,
because Graham, I really want to highlight this. You got about 500,000 more than Matt Best, who's been doing this for years.
So-
how did you do it?
So I will tell you. When I started this, I had my first viral video, not knowing Matt. I picked his page out and I said, I'm gonna catch that mother right there. And
Yeah.
you know, just competition wise, said
Absolutely.
it to myself, not knowing him whatsoever. So when I did on Facebook, and that's the only thing that I have anything close to his at all, it was kind of that. Catching
like
your
Facebook is like a
mentor kind of
girlfriend
moment.
that cheats on you. It really doesn't matter because
Yeah.
she cheats on you.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, we can get into competition.
Oh, we're going at it.
It's gotten so serious so
No,
fast.
no. It's
No,
never
no,
serious.
it's
because the one thing about Matt is he's a super humble guy, and
Yes, he is.
Yeah, and I'll second that. Like Matt, great guy, love him to death. His ego, on the other hand,
out
that
of
guy.
control.
Well, see, I do.
I love this episode.
I do it.
motherfuckers.
I do it the right way, where I'm humble to people, but then behind closed door, I jack my own ego's dick off. Some people call that a mirror.
No,
I
it's
call
called
it my ego.
it's called jerking off stalefish. You're jerking off to your own ass.
What's
Oh
it
my
called?
Jerking off stalefish. It's where you look in the mirror at your own ass and jerk off.
Well,
Yeah.
you know what I get?
I don't know this stuff. Like I'm
Well,
not
you
even
could.
trying
That
to be
makes sense.
naive. I'm
Could.
just
I
like,
don't even know.
Yeah.
No, honestly, I will say though, like even the numbers on Facebook and all that doesn't matter. But like any veteran that's out there and trying to make an influential standpoint and do something awesome with
Motherfucker,
their
it does
form,
matter. It took us 3.5 years to get to
Yeah.
$1 million.
Yeah.
God damn.
that's fine. But like to see
That was a milestone at one point.
right. But the cool part of this, and this is a little ego stroke too, it's like if you have the ability to pave the way for other guys like Graham who have a great product, a great message, and doing cool stuff. if that kind of can help catapult them and surpass us in viewership, that's awesome. Like that's the whole point of all of this, is to get people, like-minded individuals, to support the veteran community, come together, and the more channels and mediums we can do that with different personalities, it's a fucking win across the board.
Absolutely.
So, all
and,
about it.
and Graham was on Ross Patterson Revolution a couple weeks ago, and you said the same thing to me of like, hey, Matt was my guide. That was the fucking that was the one person who said, all right, I think I can do this.
Well, he's the first one to really do it, right?
Yes.
And so,
make something out of it.
and
Exactly.
not only just do something that
man.
everybody thought was cool and whatnot, but also make a business for yourself and show that there is life outside of the
And since
military.
we're talking about
walls and
humility,
all this
can I
stuff.
say this one thing? Because I always talk shit on Jared.
Sure.
I wouldn't have ever been close to what I've been today if it wasn't for Jared Taylor.
Oh,
Yes,
So-
that is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Serious.
I like
It's
that
serious.
It's beautiful.
And,
Yeah,
hey,
it's
and by the way,
it's a great
since we're speaking
episode.
of that, because a lot of people don't realize that, or they won't shout other people out and thank them for what happened. Is there anybody that prodded you to say, hey, go start making videos or go start making sketches?
I'll give credit where it's due. It wasn't so much that, it was the very first person to give me the time of day before I had any social media following to offer anybody, was honestly John Burke, actually.
Wow.
Great.
Yeah,
That's
he had his following and whatnot. I had 100 followers, and he shared his platform, allowed me to be on a couple live feeds and stuff, and that was the first time that people actually said, hey, this guy isn't that bad.
I think everybody in success needs that, right? Because I didn't necessarily know what I was doing, but the formula that I had probably created was going to be successful, because it still carries true today. But like the same thing with Jared. When I met Jared, he was like, man, this could be something. And I'm like, what could be something?
Right.
And it's like, well, I mean, we could make some shirts. And I'm like, what do you mean t-shirts? He's like, okay, well, we could, like, you have funny designs and I have funny designs. Let's put them on something and we can market this to create a channel of revenue, to grow the platform, to have a bigger voice. I'm like, I'm just fucking
Rent
flipping
machine
myself.
guns,
dude.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I just like to do the joke aspect, but like having that person for me early on that was like, hey, bud, like, you can do something with it. Hey, Chief. Hey, boss. Hey, bud. Evan loves those. You should call him that.
Chief.
Love them all.
Chief. Black Rifle Coffee is the
on.
chief sponsor.
Hey.
The chief sponsor.
Chief.
That's what we call
Love
him.
them all.
There's so for all the episodes talking shit. That's true to Jared,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
He fucking
Partnership.
really he paved the way early on for all of this.
That's cool.
Earlier for me, a guy that is the dawn of the airsoft world, Andrew Ho. In
Andrew Ho.
2008, Andrew didn't know me from anybody other than email and back and forth, and he used a phone a friend to get me an editing system from Apple for half price, like that I would never have been able to afford. And this guy just was like, "Hey, I'm gonna help you out."
But you need that one guy in every single field you're in. And if you don't, you might have a great product, you might have a great sketch or a great idea. If you don't have one guy who's going to pull it out into the public, you'll never be seen or fucking
I remember
heard from.
I went to Best Buy and I think it was like an XA10, a Canon, and I bought it for like $800. I'm like, man, it's so much fucking money. This is stupid. Why am I was like second guessing my own self. And I'm like, and now I'm like, oh, okay, it's probably
Yeah.
But that
probably-
thing paid for itself in 4 days.
Yeah, well, we
I think it
should
turned out
probably
for
do that.
itself, so.
Exactly.
It was like
Pretty
I
cool.
paid $3,500 for my first 5D Mark III, and that thing is still being used by Black Rifle Coffee today.
Today.
There you go.
It's
yeah.
sitting right there. Dave
I
has it
remember-
in his hands.
and you can ask Evan about that when Black Rifle Coffee had like zero money and they bought your computing system to edit
Yeah.
commercials way back in the day.
Yeah.
It was fucking
Yeah, I
full circle.
still
Zero.
use that computer
Zero.
every day.
Yeah,
Every day.
Every day.
day.
There's
I mean,
still about
that's
$0 in the bank account of Black Rifle because we keep spending it on growing it. And but
Yeah,
but
but you have to.
Couple cameras here and there.
If you have a
Couple.
company that's buying Lamborghinis after 2 years, like shit's fucked up. And by the way, speaking of that,
you
we
will not
have
see one Lamborghini in this fucking company.
exactly, and
Never.
and we have sponsors who pay for the show to
What?
be on the air. Graham, I'm gonna kiss your ass for 2 seconds here. We're at Shot Show.
that's cute.
We're live for Shot Show in Vegas. I have seen a million fucking Black Rifle Coffee T-shirts, apparel,
Dude,
bags.
even say-
you
so
guys
we were-
are everywhere.
I was driving
Really?
with Matt.
Yes,
everywhere.
Matt Pivot
Wow.
today around the fucking town. We scoped even like everywhere we went. I saw the Coffee Saves hat, and it was super cool. We were out. There was a shooting range right next to a weed distillery.
Yeah.
Or, no, not what are they called? Dispensary.
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 and there are two guys loitering out there. There's a BRCC hat, and I was just like, "Nice hat!" And he like turns around and mugs me, and they like both ran over like, "Oh my god!" And they were so fucking cool and rad and awesome. And then I was like, "Man, you guys just smoking weed from the dispensary?" Like, "No, we were shooting, man. We were shooting." I'm like, "It's legal in Vegas, bro. It's cool. It's cool."
Yeah, well,
it's been really cool to see all the hats and shirts and merch. It's been fucking rad.
It's so funny. Like I'll cruise up to dudes and I'll be like, "Hey, that's a really cool shirt." Like all the time. I do it like all the time. Like
Everybody
I really like
I see.
that shirt. I really like that hat.
I
And they're
tap
like,
the logo
Hey, thanks, man.
and
It's
then
from
keep
Black Rifle
walking.
Coffee. Almost every dude like, hey, thanks, man. It's from Black Rifle Coffee. You should check them out. I'm like, I will. I'll check them out. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Hey, you know,
I
like,
stand out a little more, but
yeah.
they're just like, hey, this fucking nerdy dude just walked up to me. He's kind of fucking frumpy. Just like complimented me on my shit. Yeah. You know I did. Yeah, I like it. I like that shit.
You and I are going for the same hairstyle right now. Are you going mullet?
no, but
No.
you went
Moulet?
you went
No.
for fat. He went for like.
Oh.
And
So I
we're
gotta reel it back in.
Yeah.
That was way too.
Yeah.
Welcome to Drinkin' Bros,
Yeah.
Scram.
Yeah.
But speaking about
Look
black,
at you two, you're over here. You lift all the weights. That's why we're fat.
Well,
There's no more weights to lift. You lifted them all.
I'm not that. I'm an edit
Listen,
fat right now.
that-
I'm an editing fat right
you
now.
can't say that when you're not making a movie.
That is rape deterrent. That is not fat.
Oh,
that
that's
is
right.
rape
Yeah.
deterrent.
That movie just ended. I don't want to hear
RD.
From a horrible Hollywood, thank you.
Well, speaking about Black Rifle Coffee,
They
Evan,
are
take
our
it away.
chief sponsor. Yes,
Main
Evan,
sponsor.
will you please tell us about Black Rifle Coffee?
I'll tell you all about Black Rifle Coffee. So, Black Rifle Coffee is the finest, freshest coffee in America. The nice thing with Black Rifle Coffee is we are expanding to Texas once again. I just like
Yes.
to remind people that.
Yep.
We're expanding. We're moving the headquarters to San Antonio. We are probably the only company that let our customers decide where we are going to move. So,
And
it bounced
what
around.
month is that, by the way, for the
March.
audience? March. Great.
Yeah.
March.
Advon
Coming
for
up.
the
March
military
Madness.
guys will be in March, and then probably full effort will be there in April.
I can't wait.
So
I
we're
can't
putting a
wait.
roaster down in Texas so we can get a little bit more closer to our customer base. And we're putting another roaster out in Nashville, Tennessee.
Ooh, big fan.
Nashville.
Big
Yeah.
fan of Nashville. Yeah.
Big fan of Nashville.
So that's
Love
something
it.
like really I'll acclaim Evan to what he's doing with the company. It's just like, so as you scale the company, there's a lot of things that you have to take in consideration. We are a premium roast order coffee company, right?
Yep.
So if we're roasting specifically in Salt Lake City, how do you do those turn times? How do you deliver a premium product to a customer within a timely manner so the freshness and everything's there and the shelf life still exists? A lot of companies would go to commercial roaster to meet their to scale and to meet their means. But what we're
Which
doing,
means a shittier product.
absolutely. So
Yeah.
what we're doing is we're actually purchasing roasters and like strategically placing them across the United States to make sure that
keep
when you
the
order
quality
within
there.
2 to 3 days, your shit's there and it was roasted
Fresh.
within
Yep.
about, hey, I live in the Midwest. You get it from the Midwest. I live on the East Coast, Tennessee. Here you go.
Yep.
Texas. Here you go. So it's fucking awesome. And it is a logistical fucking nightmare. It is eating our souls, but it's going to be worth it in the
Costing
long
a
run.
lot of money.
It will be.
but-
Yeah.
Some gray hairs, I call them blonde in my beard, but I'm getting a couple.
They're good.
Yeah.
So that's why you guys have such the cult following that you guys do. So even to this day, not only just knowing you guys and what you guys do, one of the top comments I have is you should do something with the Black Rifle Coffee guys. You should talk to the Black Rifle Coffee guys. Do you know about Black Rifle Coffee? Have you met these guys? Have you heard what they're doing? What you guys are doing is really paying off.
They're the
not to
internet-
stroke you while I'm here.
Well, and here's the thing: as an
This is like a
as
nice
an
episode.
outsider,
It's
really
as an
nice.
outsider, you guys have almost set the industry standard for what a great veteran-owned company should be, and that's what I keep hearing all week at SHOT Show.
Well, and I'll be super transparent on that, where it's like our competitive nature as a company is a direct depiction of what we do. Because like you have all these other coffee companies, same in the apparel space, that just the half-ass mentality towards business. We're not half-ass. Like this is who we are, and we're gonna fucking own it, and we're gonna be better than everybody else. And we hope that confidence in our company inspires other people to have that confidence in whatever business that they do post-military. That's what we want the company to stand for. Not, hey man, I could just kind of like make an Instagram and sell some shit coffee. No, fuck no. Like premium product, premium entertainment, and fucking supporting a message and delivering a message that you believe in. That's what the fuck we're gonna do.
I had an interaction today. I met TJ at a Starbucks because he was out at Starbucks.
TJ Levin.
Yep.
Oh,
and
he goes first name with people. It's
Did you pick up that name you just dropped?
yeah.
Sorry
So
about that. I didn't-
I met Travis
as
and
I was
TJ
there,
and fucking.
the girl that was going around delivering everybody's drinks, she looked at me and goes, "Are you sure you're allowed in here?"
And I kind of like looked at her like, she goes, I'm just kidding. I love their Instagram. And
Oh.
a Starbucks employee.
Yeah.
So that's
Ah,
good.
look at that.
Oh, really?
We are bleeding in.
We're bleeding in.
Dark side.
And to the
Look
folks
at
at home, go to
that.
blackriflecoffee.com. Use the
Wow.
promo code Drinkin Bros or Drinking Bros for 20% off. Next up, we've got StrikeForceEnergy.com. Are you drinking Strikeforce? Yeah, you are.
I am drinking Jameson right now with Zero Strike Force, but I would be drinking it. I would be drinking it.
When you read products like that, that's exactly what you want to give right there every single time. Are you having any of that product? Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Here's what else I'm having other than that product. I'm having it. I got some Strike. I got a Stradco
Hey,
going.
listen, call me
You
the
got a
champion
Straka.
because I'm pinging and ponging off some fucking Strike Force.
Same
right
here.
now.
Same
Yeah.
here. My tendons are on a fucking.
I got a
90.
quick LaCroix and some Strike Force in here. It's a Stradcoy.
Nope.
There's
Nope,
vodka.
it's a
in there. That's
Stradcoy.
not a
Yeah.
thing.
That's
a
not
Strike-
a
I was
Strike
not
Force.
offered
Strike
vodka.
Force.
No. You like Strike Force? You like Strike Force?
Would you like some Strike
Have you
Force?
had it before?
Have you ever had it
love
through
to
your
try
dick?
Have you never tried Strike Force?
Have you ever done
No,
Strike
it was
Force
great.
through your
It's
dick?
It's actually
I would
great.
love to.
It's actually
Yeah.
great.
I would
Get
love
your
to
dick
try
out.
that.
They've got 4 flavors: original, lemon, orange. Make America Grape Again. They got a subscription of the month club. You can kick the can.
clever.
You don't need
I
the
like
fucking
that.
cans
Kick the
anymore.
can.
Tasty tiny little 10-pouch. Squeeze is in every liquid available because we're on camera. And they bring it to your house. Get a subscription of it. Go to StrikeForceEnergy.com. Type in the promo code Drinkin Bros for 20% off. Next up, we've got Sig Sauer, Matt Best.
Listen, do you shoot guns?
I have from time to time.
Have
weren't
you
like-
been known to shoot guns?
Just a
You
little
weren't like
time.
in the military or like infantry. Maybe you didn't do any of that. No.
Oh, I was engineers.
Oh no, I know. I was just fucking with you.
Oh, okay.
but like, still,
It's like
man
that.
that
You no
knows
longer.
explosives.
I'm
You
pretty
no longer
sure you
matter.
shot
Ladies and
lots
gentlemen,
of guns.
Oh
explosives.
yeah, of course.
Man, it's
We're
hard
going
for me to-
live for explosives.
I'm terrible at speaking about fucking sponsors, but like honestly, I think Evan knows. We obviously have all the guns, but I shoot SIG religiously. The MPX, and I always talk about it. It's my favorite fucking platform out there right now. If anybody shoots an MP5, it's a 9mm. It's the greatest gun in my opinion ever. And then if you watch the Christmas video, bing, bing, bing,
Yeah.
bing, that was Evan and I shooting suppressed MPXs. They have the MCX, which is a great AR platform. They have a shit ton of cool guns, and they
That
just
was a very important day.
yeah.
Yes.
Evan learned music that day.
He did. It was
did.
very important
Because by the end of the day, he actually picked it up.
he was even
To
lulling. He
where
was like ding,
he
ding,
knew
ding,
he
ding,
knew how to
ding,
figure it out
Yeah.
on his own.
There's
Like,
pauses,
it shows a
Figured
math.
it out.
Well, that just proves the whole math and the music thing
Yep.
Exactly.
marry
But
together.
They do.
Because it took you half a day to essentially understand fucking music theory, like where you could conceptualize what you.
Yeah,
have
we
to
can
do.
get into theory based off of
yeah.
Jimi Hendrix is probably the greatest guitar, and he didn't play any theory ever. But, we'll get into that
That's true.
later.
That's true.
But no, check out SIG. Obviously, since we're at SHOT Show, they've released about 2 new products, which are some phenomenal freaking pistols. So check them out, and thanks for the support. They don't even give fucking
No promo
discounts.
codes.
They don't even care. They're like,
When your company
"Our
is that
shit's
great, you
awesome."
don't give promo codes. That's pretty
Yeah.
amazing. Because then you have no way to track it. What's this show doing? I have no idea.
I have no idea.
No
Fuck
clue.
it.
But our last one, GhostBed, ghostbed.com.
They
They've
can
got
track that.
/Drinkin Bros. If you type in the promo code Drinkin Bros, you get $50 off a mattress, or you get 2 free pillows. Yeah.
Two free
free
pillows.
pillows.
Which one?
Smelliest pillows.
Which one at that
Oh, they're
point?
the best.
Which-
They smell like
I
aloe.
want the pillow where your head's gonna
the
be on.
greatest. The greatest, yeah.
I use mine every night.
Let's just make a gay porn. I mean, that would break the internet.
That would
Oh.
it would.
No, I
Crush
think
the
I think
internet.
it's
break
just
one side of the
nine.
internet.
Yeah, it would break
one side
One
of the
side
internet.
of the internet.
9 minutes of you guys 69ing. That would be the most viewed video of 2018.
Oh my God! Why 9?
Yeah,
Why
who's
9?
Logan Paul
9
at that
minutes?
point?
Exactly.
Who
As
is
two
he?
military
Who is
veterans,
he?
we believe in conserving our cum for our mouth.
Oh my god! Yeah,
Sorry, I
it would be the fastest viewed, fastest taken down video of 2018.
Of all
Oh,
time.
no, you porn would
A
never
9
take
minutes
that down.
69 with 2 dudes though is this is super
It
long.
would be taken down in 9 minutes.
Let me ask you this, because if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it on a GhostBed. Go to ghostbed.com /Drinkin Bros. Use the promo code Drinkin Bros. If you guys did a 9-minute 69, who would be the first one to come?
Me.
Oh man,
He's
that was way too fast.
He's got big biceps, bro. I would just take a look at those tatted arms and be like,
This is hot.
Houston, I'm coming.
It's probably true because I would be so in my own head going. I
no,
don't deserve
my
this.
head would be in your heads.
Oh,
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
You gotta,
Wow.
This is quite
you gotta bend it.
We have gone from one spectrum to the other very quickly.
Yo,
this is
we
great.
always do.
Yeah, fantastic.
Welcome to Drinkin Bros.
Speaking of a guy that's done a double dude 69, Baker just walked in.
Baker just
Baker, double dude 69.
Wasn't that on the river trip?
I want to get into
It's fine.
to Graham Allen, man. So you have like a really cool. So you started doing. Did you just go? I'm going to kind of talk about politics and like my opinion on American culture.
I wish I could tell you that I was smart like that. No, in fact, I was on the Ross Patterson show, and I said the same thing. It started as an accident. So an elderly woman ran me off the road one day, and so I did this little 15 seconds video about how old people can't drive, and I did the little scream thing at the end of it. So at the time, I got like 12 comments, and I was like, "Hey, well,
Definitely, social media always have you like." Wait, I normally get 0 comments.
Yeah, no,
12.
0.
I remember those
comments.
days.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember those
Everybody
days.
does.
Yeah.
Everybody does.
Those are the fun days.
I remember
Exactly.
celebrating 1,000 views. That was a big deal.
Yeah. 1,000 views was a big deal, so I started doing it. And the daily rant thing kind of took on, but it wasn't until the Colin Kaepernick kneeling the first time, the first time it happened, the whole NFL thing, that I did a video about kneeling. And that was the first time that the whole Dear America thing, and all that kind of stuff happened. So it turned from, wow, these videos are really funny, to, wow, you should talk about this, or have you heard about this? And you should say something about that.
Out of it
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And people started, I don't even have to watch the news or anything anymore. People just
Feed
Do
you
the
feed it
topics
to
they
me.
want to see.
Like that rapper that had the white child hanging music video or whatever.
Extension.
Yeah, Extension or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
I don't even.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about it either, and I woke up to a couple hundred messages from people saying you need to do a video about this, and so
Well,
did a
you know
response
what?
video and-
Here's a great thing about that. Do you find that people will send you messages on news stories or videos simply because they can't talk about it in real life, but they want somebody to talk about it?
100%.
Somebody to say it.
Yeah. So
So when you wake up in the morning, I'm sure your inbox is filled with mostly some similar stories, I would imagine.
Yeah, a lot of times. And so inadvertently, I accidentally stumbled into this thing that is kind of like a conduit for people to vent what they really want to say about a situation, but feel like they can't, either
Right.
for a job or a relationship reason. There's divided marriages in our society these days.
Absolutely.
On views and how people think about things. And so people have started, I guess, using these.
Of
these
course, I want to have a
videos.
threesome with another girl with my wife. She doesn't.
Well,
So,
she
I
does
mean,
not, yeah.
Those are just counterpoints. You
Those
have
are
to
things
work
I
you
think
just
you'll
can't-
get her
you
there.
just
Those
can't
are
bring it up.
wishes. Those are wishes.
Those
is
are
what they
wishes.
are.
Actually, I don't even know if
That's
mine.
not a viewpoint. It's a wish.
Wishes.
She's
Yeah.
pretty perfect. I'm content with just her. Actually, more than content.
There you go. There you go.
But
Nice
like
save.
you're saying, there's like social media has become this monster now that it's so ingrained in culture that there are a lot of people out there that have never been part of the public or even fathomed what it's like to be in the public eye, but they want to express their views, but they don't want it coming from them. They need somebody else to do it.
They need that barrier.
because there is it's like, oh no, I shared it because my brother shared it or something.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, yeah.
Like there's an excuse there
Yep.
if somebody disagrees with it.
Yeah.
Well, people
and
like,
they do. They disagree with it.
undeniably want to be a part of a culture and a message that they're almost, not willing to put out themselves, but then have the same viewpoint. So you can sit back and be like, I think we're very similar in that context where I promote kind of the like, fuck it, it's me. I'm going to do what the fuck I want and just cuss a little bit. And people are afraid to necessarily do that in their own life because that might inhibit their like social networks and whatever they're doing in their personal life, but they wish they could just say fuck it.
Well,
Yeah.
there was
So that's why
a
they
model we followed from the beginning where when we were talking about how we were going to produce our content and things like that, it was create things that no one can argue with. That's why we made fun of ourselves. That's why we made fun of everything, to where it was like, we're not ever standing on one side or the other. We're just giving you something that's funny.
Yeah.
But even like in his example, and from my standpoint, would be like you're a little more political in the sense like, hey, why are you kneeling in the national anthem and here and that? But ultimately, people probably can't bring that rhetoric to their workplace because they're going to be hyper counterpoints that might influence or change their professional or personal life. So they want to feel at home by watching a piece of content. It's the same thing we were talking about earlier before the show. It's like conservatives in Hollywood. It's saying you're pro-gun in Hollywood would red list you from fucking films. And it sucks because you're like, be who you are almost. And it's unfortunate that there's constructs in society that inhibit you from being who you are based off of your professional development or something.
Right.
But like people and influencers can have that ability to kind of put that content out there where you're like, man, I feel at home watching a Graham Allen video or a fucking, Jared Taylor video because I wish I could act like that.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. For those who can't, we'll say it for you. That's what I've always said in the back of my hand.
And that's what it feels like. And I feel like with you in particular in your channel on Facebook, that's what the attraction is of like, man, I want to come and this guy's, I know he's going to say what I wish he was going to say.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and there's certain events that happen too that people are like just waiting.
You get that feedback too.
Yeah.
Of people like, thank God.
Thank God.
Thank
you
God
said
someone
something.
said
Yeah.
it. Thank God somebody with a voice fucking pointed this out. Thank God, like, because we've seen it in the same aspect of, sitting, on the area that we are.
Right,
Not
yeah.
necessarily dividing it, but
Yeah.
making things funny.
Yeah.
But you probably get it a lot more focused.
It's just a really cool thing. And so the biggest thing that I never expected was for this to become anything that people would really want or other people find it to be really important, right? So I don't think anybody in the realm of what we do started making these videos because we thought, you know what? This is going to mean something
the
to somebody
masses
one
mean
day.
it, yeah.
Right.
I don't think any of us thought that. And so it's a really humbling thing, but it's also a really pressure-driven thing. And so, that's something that I've always wanted to pick your brain about is how much pressure do you guys feel to continue the success of what you do?
That's a great
over and
question.
over and
Yeah,
over
I've always
again?
wondered that too. Where like every video out of the gate you guys put out or Black Rifle Coffee puts out seems like a fucking hit.
Mhm.
Is there a lot of pressure behind that in the writing process going into that of like, Jesus, man, I don't like your last video had 33 million views.
36.5.
Well, come on.
God dang it,
Don't
get it right.
short us
Look at
3
that.
nil.
Hey,
the thing
How
is,
do I get
though,
another
is
video that tops 36.5?
you see though in the process, in the fact that is why we have never done a scheduled release. Whereas a lot of YouTubers, a lot of people that do social media content, they do it, hey, new video every Tuesday, or hey, their fans know when they're going to get new. We've never done that because he has never pinned something in the sand saying we're releasing something by this date. We wait until the idea is good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that
is going to be
okay.
received
So
well.
I've got to interject here, which
Go
is like 90% of it at this point is Matt, like in the sense of, he only wants to release things that are good, right? They're good. They're good enough. So, depending on the day, the month, the week, whatever that is, we'll have 50 ideas. 49 will come from Jared. 48 of those are shit. And then
One will be used.
There's always
one
an
will be
epic one.
usable. And like it quite literally, like most of this is all based on the quality control mechanism or the value proposition back to the people that follow
Yes.
Black Rifle Coffee and Matt, which is it's I would say that most of the pressure is on, is it good enough versus is it going to do as well as the last one?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that question you're talking about is an unbelievably loaded question because you can look at content and distribution of content in so many different ways. And the episodic form is what everybody wants on YouTube, Facebook. They want consistency in content and not necessarily quality over quantity. And something that I think that we've all come together as a team here is like, hey, we want quality over quantity.
Right.
Because ultimately we want, like Evan just said, value add to the customer base, right? So not only do you purchase a piece of or coffee or merch or something in our store, but we're add valuing to that merchandise. So you're getting a piece of content associated with coffee. So you feel that you're invested in the brand emotionally, personally. And that matters more to me than, how do we optimize a fucking 10-second ad to get new customers? I mean, and that's a portion of the business, of course. But ultimately, like the viral content goes, how do we deliver awesome quality content to our guys? And yes, you're right. Over 5 fucking years, man, it fucking stresses you out. Because,
because I'm stressed all the time.
And you have to grow with your customer base. And I think that is a really thing that people don't sit back and have like a self-revelation side of things where they go, hey man, I'm just going to consistently do what I've done day one. I mean, if I was doing what I did day one, I'd be sucking on a tampon, fucking making period jokes. Like, I still think that's funny, but how do you grow and scale?
And evolve.
Mature the
right?
brand. All
With
that
your
kind of stuff.
audience.
Right,
Yeah.
because I evolved as a dude. Like where I was at 3 years ago is nowhere. I was fucking running through girls. I was doing everything, and now I'm like happily married, monogamous. So I'm like, how do I put my life and how I am happy today into an entertainment component and show like the funny parts of my life as far as like my wife's on her period, like somewhere we're shooting my Planet Earth thing, like stuff like that. Like you hope does well, but you never know if it's going to resonate with the audience.
Right.
So it's a scary thing because you're you're going to uncharted territory.
But in
Every
the most
single time.
recent thing, I mean, how many times did we push the date for Fuck ISIS? Like
Yeah.
6? Like we said, oh, we're going to be done this time, and then it wasn't good enough at that point. Oh, we're going to be done this time, and there
Jared
was
probably gets mad because I'm like, no.
no,
Yeah.
I'm not mad at all.
No.
Shoot it again.
Because yes, he goes back. We could edit this
You
better.
throw the computer
And-
and, be like,
and
come
that's
back,
exactly-
come back when you have something.
But that is exactly
so
what's
what you-
needed, though.
What
Like,
you do is
need
what
that.
we've actually pretty cool thing in the company. So we've created a competitive landscape for editing because we have like a pretty legit
By the way, I
editing staff.
love this idea. Love it.
And it has
Super cool.
worked
Great.
Because you have, like-
it constituted it about 3 months ago, and it has worked every single time.
Because so you have like about 5 professional editors, probably Jared, Logan, of course, and myself, and like Eli and stuff.
Dave.
So Dave, a bunch of them. So what we'll do is we'll shoot a piece of content just raw. We understand the scope of like here's the story
What the
arc,
script was.
here's the
Right,
fucking
right,
joke,
right.
and
Boom.
nothing else. Go.
Throw it to
And
5
then
editors.
we upload our complete roughs, but finalized roughs, and then we compare. And it's amazing what you see in those things because like you'll see portions of my video that are just way better than theirs, and then I'll fucking see portion of their video. I'm like, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
And so it's like creating a competitive landscape where all of us and we pull the best parts of every one and then do a master edit and release it.
I got to get some friends.
You do. You do.
friends.
Real
You
quick.
have, you have a
Real
few at a
quick.
table
It's just,
right now.
it's just me in
that
my
might have,
basement trying to figure out
some
how to.
insight on this stuff.
Do you know how hard it is to ask yourself if something's funny?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's really hard.
And
Graham, do you think this is funny?
To that
Yeah,
point,
it's pretty
let
good.
me ask you guys this. Has there ever been sketches or videos where you finished and you were like, this is it. This is the one that goes viral and changes my life, and then 0 people respond to it?
No, go ahead. You're the guest, man.
I would say the ones that I think are going to be like the super big ones.
They don't.
They
Aren't,
yeah,
aren't
they do
they?
like a-
And then the dumb ones.
Yeah, and then the
ones where we
that you
did
just-
nothing on.
Yeah, you just throw it together, and I wasn't even gonna post it because I was like, this is garbage.
Right.
And then I hit it, and it's like 1 million in an hour or something
Yeah,
like that, like
yeah.
something dumb, and it's
You're
just,
like, oh,
and
fuck.
so I've learned. Whatever I think, I just do the opposite of that.
Right.
and then it normally works
Is that
out
your
pretty
motto
well.
too?
Yeah, I mean, I was like, I should cheat in this girl, and I didn't, and then I got married, and I'm like, fuck, it all worked out.
Yeah,
Boom.
see?
Look at that.
Boom, look at that.
Happy little
I think you can
family.
gauge certain viral like the steel video. We had a feeling that was going to do well, right? It's,
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
If we
It's
executed properly.
If we
Like,
execute,
Yeah,
properly.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
there's
It
a
was all
lot
in the
of-
edit.
Yeah.
It was all in the edit.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that edit went through how many iterations? Because I saw 6 different.
Well, you
videos.
guys still had to
I only
shoot
saw
the
the
fucking
one.
songs.
I was
you know?
like,
Yeah.
oh, that
Because you're
looks
the
good to me.
boss.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's the same thing. Certain topics, in the way that I do things, there's no way that it's not going to.
Another anomaly in this whole thing, and this is one of those ones that we go back and forth about, is every time you do this again, you're dealing with a bigger stage.
Yeah.
So it's like when we release Bitch I Operate and we got 15 million views on a rap video, we're about ready to release Fuck ISIS, and now we're 400,000 plus followers more.
and it
this
did
time.
only 1.5. Right?
and it,
Yeah.
So
and
like,
it did 10% of
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
other one.
But
did.
you also don't know, in all fairness, and this is for the audience at home, you also don't know what the algorithms are like for Facebook.
Yeah.
Why, if they've diluted your video or purposely not shown it, like
well,
you'll never get those
it's
answers.
cultural trends, right? Like, look at the Lonely Island. That was real big back in the day when we launched Bitch I Operate. No one ever in our community had launched a satirical rap video. Even that's how the rap battles interspace. No one had ever fucking done
that song still holds.
Yeah,
candle.
it holds more
Like-
than in Fuck ISIS, right? And then Fuck ISIS, like the I don't know what that style of content is already known.
Yeah.
So when you put it out there, cool, it's a funny message, it's catchy, but it didn't go, holy fuck, this
The
is
shock
new.
and awe
The shock
isn't
and awe,
there
right?
anymore.
So-
Yeah.
And that's probably like someone when you have like
I
a linear method of content creation, it's a hard thing because like how much more can you do with like your stylistically?
Yep.
And I know that you're already changing that kind of thing up, and it's challenging.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
you're like, how
it's
do
true.
I get out of my bubble? And
Well, you got to
create different
grow,
stuff?
like we
Yeah,
said, you've
you
got
gotta
to
grow with your
the whole
audience,
thing.
yeah.
You got to grow
Absolutely.
it. And so yeah,
Absolutely, because I have a different theory with Fuck ISIS. I think Facebook was taking a lot of heat for promoting outside groups, and then they
I just want to
killed
put
that
this in
algorithm.
perspective. When you think that a 1.5 million organically viewed video is a failure, then
Yeah.
something's wrong.
That is-
You're
that
like,
is
But
nice.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But when you guys have the amount of followers that you have, you're expecting every video to be at fucking 10, 20, like
oh, if I didn't, I mean, if you take the time to do the video, edit the video, get the video ready to post, and it doesn't do 1 million, oh,
Yeah, right.
Well,
That's the thing, right?
Our key to success is you always want to do 100% of your following on the page.
Yep.
So it's like anything that can meet what the following was, that was okay. We're good.
Yep.
But if you start doing less than that, then you're like, oh,
Oh, boy.
I mean, the fun part about it, at least for me, and I'm a little couple whiskeys in, so I'm very talkative right now. But like the process,
Which is who I love, by the way.
This is
You know that, right? Like that's who I love.
fun, Matt.
That's who I love. Yeah.
Fun, Matt. On
the
this table.
content creation aspect of all of this is truly what I will live and die by. I will die fucking editing videos because like the fact that I can bring my friends in, they can all creatively like help an idea. Like when we sit in the room at Black Rifle Coffee and then Evan's like, man, we should do this, Jared's do this, and like that idea comes to fruition, and then you get to sit and post, and I get to edit, and I get to fucking email all these guys, what do you think? And he's like, fix that frame, something's fucked up. And that whole process and then delivering it to the supporter base and them actually like viewing it and laughing and tagging their friends, like that's fucking phenomenal.
That's another cool thing that you guys have done that everybody notices, and I don't know if you know that they notice, but the community around it that you guys have built, like just like you said, hey, I had this idea, started doing something, met Jared, we started making it bigger and bigger and bigger, and then we started inviting all of our friends to do it, and now we're just a big group of friends that comes together, comes up with ideas. We have thick skin to where we can tell people that sucks, I don't even know why you're here, kind of thing, and then go and do it again. That's awesome. I mean, that's a cool thing that you guys have going on.
And it's great to see guys like you coming up now doing the same thing and having an awesome message, and fucking hopefully you replicate that in even a bigger form. So
I feel
it's
like
fucking
there's
awesome.
no one else in the room right now but me and you.
What?
Wow.
Because it got really quiet.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. There's a huge ego over here that you're missing. Like, there was a massive ego over here that you were really missing. And, like, I really hate to bring that up
Yeah,
again,
there's a
but-
new guy at the table, all right?
Oh, nailed it.
And he's all that remains because
Oh, we're on fire tonight. I feel like I've been accepted by you.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
I'm
you wouldn't
surprised that we haven't heard about
Yeah.
Bigfoot Boombox at least fucking once in
But
this
Ross,
shit.
what if I was nothing?
Oh, gosh.
playing the game again.
I know. It's been a while.
I like it.
I feel like the temperature's cooling, and
Yeah.
it's about a range 15 of
Dude,
degrees right now.
I
That's
am
going
about
back
to
and
buy a
forth.
Fiat and create an empire.
God.
Evan Hafer, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I heard a story. You can tell me if this is true. You did something for the National Football League, and they were not happy with the word rifle in the title for your company. Is that true?
Yeah, that's true. So evidently, rifle is an obscenity to the NFL, so they wouldn't allow us to put Black Rifle Coffee Company in a full page ad in basically the handout for the NFL or for the Super Bowl.
That's crazy to me because Daniel Defense has actually had a Super Bowl ad for the last 2 years.
Yeah,
but I will say this. So there was a story that just popped about an hour ago in Army Times. AmVet's officials are decrying a corporate censorship from the NFL for their decision not to run a Super Bowl ad, which says #please stand, asking the players to stand. Is that against veterans solely? Is that against guns? What is that against exactly?
No, I think that it's a person that's screening material because ultimately, I think there's a lot of coverage specifically related to the NFL. They have reduced viewership. I think a lot of people understand that. The NFL is trying to win back portions of the population in order to get people back in seats and behind their TVs. This is their attempt at creating a increased viewership in the NFL because they're maybe seeing, hey, we're already creating head injuries at a fucking such a large degree, and we're going to bury our heads in the sand and pretend that it doesn't fucking exist and that we don't create TBI and a bunch of other bullshit, right? We're going to pretend that doesn't exist. We're already a nonprofit that, nonprofit. Like, does everybody understand that?
Yeah.
Like, it's a total fucking bag of shit as these guys are like raking in fucking billions of dollars and getting fucking tax subsidies from communities and cities, like hardworking people. And ultimately what they're doing is they're trying to censor companies in order to increase viewership because they're fucking circling the drain comparatively.
Yeah.
And what we have to put into perspective is, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to go watch hockey. That's what the fuck.
Yes,
it is.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Or because
Yeah,
I got a
Vegas Golden Knights.
I got a boner on that, Evan. That was good.
yes, that was
yeah,
amazing.
yeah. I
Was
felt
it
freedom.
Graham?
I
Was
felt
it Graham
freedom in the
worthy?
speech.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna be out
That's
of a job.
who you
before
need
it's
on
all
your
over
fucking
with.
show is Evan.
No,
Because if there's a ranter I've ever met, it's Evan.
You and him in a fucking car. It's
Nothing will get me on a tangent quick.
windows-
Jerry
the
Seinfeld's
windows
got
would be
comedians
steamed.
in cars getting
Yes,
coffee.
yes.
Veterans
Oh,
in
God.
cars getting coffee. Black Rifle
God.
would be
Right.
the
We should-
greatest thing of all
Yeah,
time.
veterans in
should
cars
just
getting
enact
coffee.
like
Yeah.
the Sonic
Where would we get
commercial,
coffee?
where you're like sitting there like the Sonic guys at the drive-through or something, and then just start just going. off
that you want to talk about
Like,
going
oh,
viral? The internet
motherfuckers.
would melt
That's
down.
what I'm saying.
would.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Yes,
nothing.
with you
Veterans
two
in
going back
cars
and
getting
forth.
coffee
Nothing
would be the
pisses
greatest
me off
thing ever.
more than the freaking NFL anything at this current moment right now. Just
Yeah.
anything they do. Anytime Roger Goodell opens his mouth or has that little twitch thing with his eye, he does.
Like at the end of the day, man, these guys are all about the dollar.
Yeah.
Like that's the only thing they give a flying fuck about. And as long as people understand that, they don't give a fuck about the players. They don't give a fuck about anything else but increasing their margin by slight percentages.
Yeah.
And if
100
they
grand a
did,
snap.
yeah.
Yeah.
If people would just kind of wake up to that and say, this is all about the dollar. It's not about the athletes. These are the
about
guys
the
that are
entertainment.
these are the
It's
guys
not
that are
about anything.
sacrificing their bodies on the field, like modern day fucking gladiators. And I'm not trying to like dramatize it, but and then the NFL is basically giving them the stiff arm, saying, "Oh, we're not sure if that's related. Go fuck yourself."
Yeah, exactly.
Like you should be opening up fucking clinics in every city, like increasing anything that they can and to do anything for the trauma that they've caused, because these guys are laying back with absolute like Scrooge McDuck type wealth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Swimming
it's
in
not like they
pennies.
can't fucking afford it. That's the
No.
thing that bothers me. But they know if they give an inch,
Yeah.
that the whole fucking dam is going to break.
Yeah.
They know
all
it.
coming
They
down.
fucking know it.
And Roger Goodell recently last week just signed a $50 million a year extension.
Well, of course he did.
Yeah.
Why not? Why not? Of
Which
course
is
Roger Goodell does that.
Pure insanity
Yeah.
to me. Pure insanity to me.
One of the most.
You're gonna feel free.
No,
Fire
I
away.
I just don't understand. First and foremost, you are the boss of the NFL, right?
Yeah.
Put your foot down, make a decision, be a leader, actually stand up for what you know the vast majority of Americans want the NFL to stand for in the first place. Like you said, we're paying our hard-earned money, people trying to save up so they don't, have to not pay the electric bill so they can come to your freaking stadium in the first place. And then you're going to
That is their biggest mistake. 86% of the United States of America is Christian fucking people.
Yeah.
Like, you just alienated your majority.
Your whole everything. Yeah.
So guess what? That's why you're suffering.
Yeah,
Fucking
and this comes from
ratings
somebody that
diving
does
down the
political
toilet.
stuff an awful lot, but it's just like you said, we go to these events to not have to think about political BS here, political BS that, Democrat, Republican, Independent, it doesn't matter. We're there to watch people play football.
Football game.
We're
Right.
there paying your salaries, your lights, your cars, your mansions, your this and that, so you can entertain us with the spectacle of the physical everything of
Prowess,
football,
yeah.
and you're ruining it, and you're taking it away from us because you don't have the balls to make a decision as a leader, and it just drives me insane.
I don't think it's
There
gonna
we go. We
end.
just had a live Graham Allen.
Oh,
rant. This
wow.
is rants.
Live
That's
Allen.
And we're gonna keep it going because
I like
you know
it.
I'm gonna ask you about Chelsea
Oh,
Manning
shit.
running for
Oh, my
Senate.
Oh shit!
I haven't heard your take on that.
So here's my take. First of all, one, when you're a freaking
Evan's got that mic ready. I'm ready. I'm
traitor
ready.
to
Yeah.
the country in the first place, right? You would think that there should be like an asterisk bylaw to running for Senate that, how about no, you can't do this because of who you are as a person.
Are you
Or
a traitor? Check yes.
Check
Then you are
yes,
not
yes. You are
eligible
not
for being a
qualified
senator.
For being a senator. And it's just, I don't understand.
Yeah. It's it's chaos.
It makes no sense. It's in the same ballpark of you're a convicted pedophile and you're going to go be the principal at an elementary school. Like you would think that would be a disqualifier.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? You would think.
It's a big leap, but I like it. Look, I'll take the leap with you. I'll take that quantum leap with you.
I'm for real. But you have a traitor to America. I mean, period. I mean,
6 counts.
Yeah.
Convicted
that's what you
for
are.
6 counts.
Look, I mean, let's call a spade a spade. You are a traitor to America. run for Senate. Why not?
Why not?
Fuck it.
I think that's just kind of the way that goes, right?
Yeah,
I think so.
I think
qualified.
Said Evan Hafer never.
Qualified.
you're a traitor. You qualify for Senate.
There you
Congratulations.
go.
There you go.
yes,
There's your
yes,
job possibility.
I have a book
and I
coming
think
out in
that's- I think that's a
2019.
good point,
it's called
which is
Treasonous Traitor.
Shim is looking around
Shim.
saying, you know what? I'm a traitor. What jobs do I qualify for?
Treasonous
Fucking
tranny.
Congress or Senate?
Senator.
I'm a perfect match.
Let's go to
Fuck
the
it.
Senate.
That's where
Hillary's
I'm going.
assistant. One of the two.
Yeah, one of those.
Either way.
I mean,
It's getting political.
He's
up
probably
there.
just like,
Yeah.
hey, half these guys will bang me. I'll be in.
half those guys are
No,
fucking
they're
all of them are
God-loving
banging.
Christians.
They don't
will
have to
not
get. They
bang
don't
her.
have to have any hush money.
No.
Nothing.
No.
No,
It's like,
no hush
shit,
money.
we got
Yeah.
we
I'll
got a
save
tranny
the.
on
I'll
board
save
now.
the government money at that point. It's going to be great.
And the very first transsexual just got elected to council in Virginia. So now, and everybody was like, "Oh, praise!" It's every article, bravery, the whole
Bravery.
the
brave.
whole thing.
Brave.
So now he's looking at this. I'm not going to call her. He's
it
looking at this.
He's
and
looking
going,
at this,
Man, imagine if I was senator, not just on a city
if I was
council, but if
senator.
I was senator.
The way I
Yeah.
look at this, and I said in the last one, like if she was he was a rad tranny, like full tits, great.
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
convince me that when you commit to something, you're good at it. I might be on board. Granted, the whole treason thing, right? But
Sure.
yeah,
Let's
that
just
whole
strike
little
out
bucket
the
thing.
whole
But
treason
like you
thing.
have that's being a
That
fucking
minor-
tranny. You're a dude with lipstick that grew his hair to shoulder length. You don't qualify anything other than a fucking 22 bullet in the head. Just get fucked.
yeah.
That's because it's cheap. He's talking about it.
Yeah, I don't want to put a 308.
Yeah, we're not going to
Exactly.
spend
Like,
money.
at
on
least
that fucking
that's
round.
expensive.
I went 11 cents to
so
the
what you're
forehead.
saying is that you would vote for a passable tranny.
I'm just saying that
Are
would at least
you-
qualify the work ethic, right?
Yeah.
That would give me some stance of their personal life,
That
as
they're
their
committed.
commitment to
Obviously.
an actual follow through of an objective. Like,
Okay.
here's your deliverable: be a good tranny. Chelsea Manning, you failed short.
No,
That's
no,
not
no,
even-
no,
tranny.
no.
Yeah,
You're
that's a
an
treason.
F.
Yeah,
You're
that's
an
a
F.
treason.
You're an F.
Treasonous
Yeah, you're an
tranny.
F.
Tranny.
That's
the
treasonous
argument.
Treasonous
Yeah.
tranny is
That's
what
the
that is.
argument.
Yeah.
It's not that. It's not that it's a
T-squared.
man that wants
Yeah,
to be a girl
T-squared.
running for
Well,
Senate.
actually,
Squared.
technically, she's a tranny in treason because she just switched teams, kind of thing.
There you go.
Oh,
Seems
I
to be
mean,
a trend.
obviously it's
See
in
what
her
I'm
blood.
Triple T.
She's like,
Yeah.
I identify as the Russian right now, so like
I
look, you-
identify as the Russian.
Yeah.
Have you seen her video? Have you seen the video?
Well,
That-
we're not.
that-
We're not even gonna watch that.
It's
You shouldn't have watched that.
it's rough.
You
It's
should
rough.
go wash your eyes out with fucking.
That's
pledge.
what I do. I watch these things so I can actually
Do you
have
know that I made
rebuttals.
fun of her back in a rap battle like 2.5 years ago?
Well, thanks.
Just
Three,
I started. I was
three.
like,
you,
It's
three.
2018.
you made him even
bro.
more famous.
No, I was talking shit in a private Manning, fucking little bitch.
Oh, look at that.
You're such a
Wow.
bad tranny. I wouldn't even give you my dick. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
boy.
That's saying
I like
something.
it.
Yeah, Jared will
Like I
not
said, you
share
put
his
tits in a
strengths.
trash can. I'll do it.
Yeah, a million times over. What's your
No,
stance
but
on it?
seriously, Ross, if you put tits in a trash can,
You will
I will
fuck
have
it.
sex.
No, I know.
Okay, I just
Wait,
Yeah, I've seen
really
is
wanna
that
get
I've
sharp?
seen that happen. Yeah.
Does it have
no.
like
It's one of those like sensor remote thermal ones, or not thermal, but they open.
All right, thank you.
What is that?
Yeah.
I can't.
Hey, look, if you clap, it opens. You had a nice trash can that clapped.
Do we have
and it
a drinking bro of the week?
opened. Not yet. We don't because
We're still talking, Jared.
Oh shit, we're
Jesus Christ!
Wow.
Are you in the fucking vodka vacuum?
Yeah.
We've been on air for 20 minutes, motherfucker.
Oh shit, what
Get your
time is
head
it?
out of your
Oh
own
shit.
dick. Yeah. We
Time slowed down for me
yeah,
for a minute.
We got we
Jared's
got
in the
a couple minutes.
vodka
slow down
space-time
a little bit,
continuum.
yeah.
Hey guys, we just finished.
I haven't
done?
drank
'Cause
in
we
a couple
can,
weeks.
we can go.
Not my
We can
fault.
go.
I'm a lightweight now.
Hey,
No,
brought
it
to you
is
by
time for the
Strike
alcoholic
Force
of
and
the
the
week.
Drinkin' Bros of the
Jared
Week.
Everybody, I'd like to thank Matt.
You have to hold a microphone for us to hear you.
I'd like to thank Matt
Boy.
for teaching me how to drink.
We are really spiraling.
Bottom of the barrel. This episode is
I'd
brought
like
to you
to
by
thank
Zoloft. Zoloft is the best cure for a midlife crisis.
Let's get the
I'm not
fire.
having a midlife crisis.
You
Hey,
are. You
let's
are.
get the fire to this dumpster in here and put her on your lap.
Yeah. Oh boy, we
Where's
could.
my girlfriend?
We
Yuck.
could.
Yuck. No, don't
but
bring her
no,
in.
no, we're not doing that. Graham, while we have you here, what is your what do you feel about immigration? Because this is what shut down the government over the weekend. I would love to hear your stance. You just cracked your head like,
I'm just,
shit.
I'm just trying to. I think that it's America first. That's my thought
Same.
process on
Same,
it.
yes.
So it's like I told you when I was on the Ross Patterson show. It's hard for me sometimes to remove myself from the blunt fact of matter, military, just viewpoint of things, right? And so to me, if you, and I've said this in videos long time before, the shutdown of the government happened over immigration and things like, and the DREAM Act and all the above, if you don't think America has problems with filtering and all this stuff of people coming in, people going out and things like that, then you're stupid and you're not paying attention, right? So you can't help anyone properly the way that anyone should be helped in a sustainable method of helping anybody if the system is broken already from the inside.
Right.
It's the same mentality of if the mask fall down from the airplane, you put yours on first, right, before you help anybody else. That's my only point here. Do I think that America should be this asylum for people who are in countries that need help and need to be rescued? Yes, I think that we should be able to offer that in a legal way of doing it. However, we should not jeopardize our own security, our own functionality, our own everything within our own society, money, security, all the above, for somebody else, because we are America and this is our country.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it.
I 100% agree.
Matt, you got hit by a guy with that wasn't a legal citizen and no insurance.
I
right?
did too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
back
Yeah.
in the day.
So it's
Yeah.
like again, like he says, if you're
Like,
if
and
you're
I
coming
think
from a shithole and you're afraid or whatever, like yes, we can harbor you, but you got to be legal.
My vehicle got hit, not me, because that's how fucking people
Right.
die. So
Well, and I think
die.
what people have got this thing
Party band.
confused, where
Fuck
it's
that.
like this is our immigration policy, and we should be selecting people that immigrate to the United States. We should be selecting people as far as the cream of the crop. We should be filling in the holes.
just like Australia,
needs.
just like
Yep.
Sweden.
Yes.
Just
And now
like,
that's not being racist. And I
No.
think that's what's happened is that people are classifying, when I say this, progressives are classifying immigration policy and saying selective immigration based on the needs of the country is racist.
yeah, but
and they're
why
saying
are
we
the
can't
only
be
ones
selective.
subject to that?
But that's the problem is
that's
that
the
they're saying
same
you can't be
Because
selective.
Australia,
And it's like
Australia says if you have X, Y, and Z professions, we will give you a bonus to immigrate here.
But-
if you have
but
these
they don't-
professions, we don't need you. But,
but-
nobody
but-
highlights them as
But,
oh, hey,
they don't
Australia's
have
racist.
this completely absurd movement moving on that's completely contradictory within its society saying, okay, we want just open immigration. We want to create safe havens or what are these fucking sanctuary cities?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, okay, these policies actually protect the citizens that pay taxes.
Yes.
Like that's the thing that people always forget. Like we pay the fucking bills. We keep the
Yep.
lights on.
Yep.
Like that means I get to decide. Like my neighbor doesn't decide what fucking temperature my house is. Like I pay the fucking bills, man.
Yeah, exactly.
And if he comes in my house, I'm gonna fucking slap his hand away from the fucking
Thermostat.
thermostat and
69
tell him to get the
degrees,
fuck out of here,
motherfuckers.
right?
Back the fuck
Yeah.
up.
69.
back
So-
69.
Like I don't understand why people are getting this confused. Like we pay the bills, so we make the decisions. And a bunch of fucking progressive wingnut motherfuckers going, okay, everybody gets a say. No, the taxpayers get the say.
Yeah.
That's who actually pays the
Isn't
bill.
Great.
Those-
If you want to say that, let him live in your house.
Yeah. Fucking bring him in,
Open
man.
the rooms up.
Open
for
your
it.
gate.
Yeah.
Don't have a
Open the
gate.
yard up.
I just don't know
Open the
how,
neighborhood
why
up.
you wouldn't be an advocate for a competitive immigration, like in the sense of where you have people like we need to like. You're a doctor? Cool. Come and fucking go to school in the United States
We
of
need
America.
fiber optic
Here's a fucking
technicians.
early onset fucking green card. Like all that stuff. It's so weird to me that we pick the bottom of the barrel over people that will actually
no,
contribute
I know why.
to
and
American
we
society.
know why is
Well,
because
we
it
know.
directly contributes to the voting population that they're trying to
What-
increase
increase,
within the
yes.
states in
Of
order
course.
to
Yeah.
move their own agenda. We know that. We know that. Everybody fucking knows that. Like everybody. But it's just fucking
Yeah.
like we know. We all know what the fuck is
Yeah.
going on. Everybody likes to say
Yeah, lower the education level. It's easier to control the masses. I mean, like it's fucking.
And now,
straight out of the
you know,
movie.
today,
If you can sway votes by
absolutely.
simple things of I'll give you a better tax return.
Right.
Like that's the easier way to
And
fucking win.
And
an
Free
today,
election.
shit.
California.
I'm going
wants
to buy votes.
pass-
Free shit.
Yes, California passed anybody who has a driver's license, which you can get a driver's license if you're illegal,
illegal. Yeah.
Yeah.
can now vote. And what do you think that's going to do to the fucking
They
elections?
passed
in,
that?
Oh yeah,
God, that
Yeah.
fucking
2018.
state, dude. That
So
fucking
you know
state.
you
It's
have
fucked.
these
Just
these
nuke
midterm
that
elections
whole
coming at the
fucking
end of
place.
2018. It's going to flip a lot of votes.
Dude, people,
and
I don't want to even get into
Well,
why?
No, no.
And that goes with the point, just like you said, by dumbing down the voting society, right? It's the trendy thing to be the big brother and yes, everybody come in. We want to save everyone, right? That's the trendy thing to do.
Yes.
But by dumbing down the society, people don't realize with more people comes more bills, more money spent, more this,
And
more
who's
that.
paying? Who's paying for
Who's
all this
paying
shit?
for all this stuff?
Us.
But that's the point. You have a voting population that support you because tolerance and all this other kind of stuff. Take one from you in one of your
Yeah.
videos. Anyway, but they don't understand how things happen. It's like looking at a company like Black Rifle Coffee and going, "Oh, I could do that."
Yeah, no, you can't.
No, you
no,
can't.
you cannot do that.
And do you realize how much stuff goes into that coffee showing up at your house and things like
Yeah,
that? I mean,
yeah.
it's the same thing.
Actually, nothing. We just we press the magical button.
We
Yeah.
made
and
really
it
good
just
friends with
delivers.
Santa Claus.
That's what
Yeah.
that's what everybody
See,
thinks.
that's my
what everybody
point.
assumes.
Yeah, and everybody just assumes that. Oh, that's a great idea. Let them all in.
Yeah.
Why not? We got a lot of space. We got a lot of room. We got a lot of this. We got a lot of that. Healthcare, sure, give it to everybody.
Healthcare, education, because how
Yeah.
do you assimilate children? Los Angeles, I lived there for 17 years. Every kid in Los Angeles goes to private school. Every celebrity that is railing against the 1% and immigration and everything else, their kids are in fucking private school because they don't want them with the immigrants who are
No.
actually in
Right.
school.
They're the
No.
lower fucking trash.
Yes.
Is what they look at them, but they have the money, so and then they can go in their little fucking run of, oh my God, save the children. You're like, this is not how fucking society
Yeah.
works.
Knowing
like,
that
you can't
you
be
would not
great
step
to
foot there.
everybody,
Right.
man. They're fucking people that are genetically disposed to being fucking asshole pieces of shit. So
Yep.
it's like not our fucking obligation in society as like contributing people to fucking worry about the trash. Like I'm all about fucking charity and helping people out and helping hand to people in a down slump, but like life isn't a fucking handout. You
No.
have to fucking work for it. If you're not willing to work for it, get the fuck out, pussy.
Mhm.
Yeah. And that's the way I feel about like charities and raising money for charities and everything else. Like, I want to raise money for American charities. I want to help out veterans. I want to help out people who actually did something for this country. I don't give a baker's fuck from who came in over the border and is now trying to assimilate and trying to find a better life here.
Not even that.
So-
Like, how about American citizens that are homeless? Like, do we not want to focus on people
Exactly.
here? Drug addiction. Look at Salt Lake City. The methamphetamines and the fucking heroin addiction. Why don't we focus on fucking turning those people around rather than immigrating people from fucking states that are potentially radical? Like,
100% agree.
I want to get in
This
politics. I
last
fucking hate
weekend,
it. I hate it.
We had a guest in town from one of my favorite YouTube channels.
Oh, the strippers?
No.
I guess.
Right?
Friend of mine from way back. Stripper.
Best episode ever.
He's made his way up as an actor and is in one of my favorite YouTube channels that's out right now, Brandon Rogers.
Yeah.
And we were driving in Salt Lake after I picked him up from the airport. We stopped at the off ramp, and there are homeless people at the off ramp. And he looks at me. He goes, "I've been homeless twice, and I've had 164 jobs." He goes, "It's not that fucking hard. If they wanted to work, they'd work."
Yeah.
And it was just like,
Yeah.
fuck. Wow.
And in
That
Trump's
was
America, there's more jobs being created than ever before. African American
It was just that
jobs are up lowest
that
since
was the
1970.
comment. Like it's like shit.
Yeah.
If you want a job,
You can get a fucking.
you can get a job.
You can get a job.
It may not be a nice job.
Yeah.
It may not be a well-paying job. It may not be the job you want. But if you want a job, there are plenty of things that a lot of people don't want to do that they will pay you money to go do for them.
Absolutely, and a good fee for it.
Yep.
Garbage men. Like I went to grad school in New York. People were making fun of garbage men, and one of our professors was like, "Do you know how much they fucking make a year?" And I was like, "No, I don't." He overheard somebody. Yeah, exactly. And I was like, he was
Because
like,
they deal
so
with
before
garbage.
you laugh at
Yeah.
those motherfuckers,
Yeah.
like know who they were. I
Yeah.
mean, completely shut down this guy in my class. I was like, oh shit, you're right.
Yeah.
Who would want that job?
Exactly.
There's people out there who want a fucking job.
Yeah.
Who are going to work hard enough for it.
I went down into the homeless community down in Savannah, Georgia, and just delivered some hoodies and stuff and talked to these people that were living in these communities and stuff. And there's a lot of them that literally they have saved up some money. They got a little phone so they can have an alarm and everything. And
Yep.
that alarm goes off every morning. They brush their teeth and they walk to their job or whatever, and they're saving their money to be able to get an apartment and stuff
and
like
then they
that.
come home and sleep in the shelter.
Yeah, and then they
It's the
come home
American
and
dream
sleep
right
in-
there. Those are
is.
the people I want to support the shelter for.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not hard. If you want a job, you can go find a job. The problem is, it's like that scene from Dumb and Dumber where there's absolutely no jobs in this town. Yeah, unless you want to work 40 hours a week.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
what actually a job is.
A job
right?
is,
You know,
yeah.
and that's the minimum. That
You
have
can't
to
put lotion
Wait,
on
hold
fucking
on.
supermodels.
Hold on. You're telling me there's jobs you can just have to work 40 hours a week for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Can I sign up for that?
Yeah, exactly.
I want that job.
That's another thing. That's another thing. Flipping.
Wait, 40 hours, that's it?
Flipping to the other
Okay,
spectrum of things, you have people in this day and age, entitlement and whatnot, that is rampant within our country. You see people that want to make 100 or 6 figures a year, right? But they don't realize that the mofos that make 6 figures a year work every single day, 14, 16, 18-hour days.
That is because of the dilution of the identity of that.
Yeah.
You have too many people online and doing these things on Facebook and YouTube and everything like, hey, do you just want a vacation for the rest of your life?
Yeah.
Just do this. And it's just this.
They don't see that we
constant-
don't
I don't
sleep
think
and we
it's even
don't
fair
do
to those.
Yeah.
MLM fucking.
Yeah, it's incredible.
I don't think it's fair to them. Like I know there's plenty of guys out there probably listen to podcasts and make like $40,000 to $50,000 at working 12-hour shifts in the mill. That's some fucking hard goddamn work, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they're putting in the time to provide for their families. And that shit to me gives me a fucking boner because it's like they're putting in the goddamn time. It's a work boner.
Oh, work
I
boner.
said that.
Work
Okay.
boner.
That's a work
I
boner.
like it.
It's not
It's
a
a
Harvey
work
Weinstein
No,
boner.
man, because like if you look at like where you're standing, you're fortunate to be in a position where you can work a shit ton, but you can provide growth and income to your family. Whereas like certain people they're working them like that's fucking it's challenging, but they're doing it. Right? They're fucking doing it, and they should be the example
For the community,
for
yeah.
the community and these lazy motherfuckers. So
I get a quick question for you here before we get to the Drinking Bro of the Week. I noticed you don't swear. Is that on purpose? Is that intentional?
I do. I'm a grown man.
Because you know you can
He's
swear
an
on
army
the
guy.
show.
He's an
I
army guy.
can you give us a fuck? I just
I
kidding.
do.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
No. So I don't know. It's just one of those things. I don't have anything against it.
He's
It's
hinging on a TV show. He's got to be clean.
No, it's just one of those things
Shit.
that I don't. I just don't actively do on. When
no,
cameras are rolling.
but
and
I
things.
noticed
this is
it
a
on
great
show
bonding
like
moment.
Shareability,
America.
though.
I cuss a lot.
Shareability
He's not
goes
gonna
up.
Cuss. We can still be friends.
Shareability
Exactly.
goes
See how
up.
that works
Exactly,
in
yeah.
society?
Shareability
goes up.
if you're not cursing.
I'm like everybody's like middle brother.
Yeah,
they
yeah,
don't
yeah,
hate.
Yeah,
That they don't hate.
You are very similar to my middle brother. That's fucking weird. He's Alan,
Yeah.
He doesn't really cuss.
I am Alan, actually.
Wow.
I've got a message for you.
Oh,
This
I see
is
what you
actually
did.
Alan.
Yeah, he spells it a little different.
Yeah,
That's
so
okay.
so no, it's not that I have anything against it. I just I just don't. And then from a branding perspective, I'm like the only one who does it.
Right.
And so
fuck shit, fuck.
Because I haven't heard mofos in
And-
a long time. My grandmother
Yeah,
said
yeah.
that to me
In
as a
fact,
child. and I was like,
I'm pretty sure, unless it's like a Christian social figure, I'm the only one that does it. And
You're
so,
absolutely right.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know. It just got to a point where I was like, well, I haven't done it yet. Why start
Yeah.
now?
all right,
kind of
just
thing.
curiosity. I dig it. Either
I don't have
way,
anything against
either
it.
way, you get your point across, and
You do.
it's no less stronger than me saying fuck every other word. So good for you. I'm kidding. Now to the Drinking Bro of the Week. Drinking Bro of the Week was submitted by Sean Vera. He says, I nominate Dylan Hardinger. God, I always love that last name. That's what I call my the old Hardinger, the old Dylan Hardinger for Drinking Bro of the Week. Watch, this is probably like
Yeah, I was
a,
gonna
a
say,
death
watch this be
story.
like the
It's probably
most
like a
depressing
death story.
story.
And I haven't gotten there yet because I
Here we go.
didn't pre-read it. Drinking Bro of the Week for taking the kicked from DB's bullets while just trying to get a laugh out of some people midweek with this link. Poor Dylan was banned from Drinking Bros Maine and should be given a second chance. I love this.
Wow.
Shit,
Why'd you get
Wow.
I like this.
I'm gonna have to look into it.
I like this a lot.
All
Yeah.
right,
Because
we'll look into it.
Really put you on there. Yeah, it's like, hey,
I like this a lot.
We're
actually,
not trigger happy with the band.
Not at all.
No.
But I think this is important for people to know. If you are an asshole, or it's questionable whether you're an asshole or not, you might get banned, and that's what happens.
That's really the only thing that gets you banned. If you
We like buttholes. We don't like assholes.
Exactly. So he says, wait. Here, he goes on and says, here was Dylan's attempted post that became his demise.
Oh God.
I'm starting
I
quotation
love
marks.
the narrative.
This is actually awesome. I mean, I don't know yet because I haven't read it, but the fact that somebody wrote this in. A construction worker got lucky today when he fell from the top of a 300-meter telecommunications mast. He landed on a DeWalt drill and received only minor injuries. And I'm assuming there's a picture of this, which would probably got him banned from it.
No, that should not be a
No, they
banning.
shouldn't.
We'll find out.
I mean,
we will find
if
out.
it's his dick.
Yeah, it's probably a dick.
It's probably like that
probably a dick.
X-ray, whatever.
Oh, it is this is a
You
9-page
gotta go all the
photo.
way down.
It's a long.
It's totally gonna be a dick.
It's
Is
gonna
it?
Be a dick.
No!
So good. So good.
Of course, it's
How
a
did he
dick.
get banned for that? He should be promoted ahead of peers.
Yes, that was promoted ahead of peers.
That's not. That's not.
a drill in his
Jesus.
asshole.
He's got a drill in his asshole.
That's amazing. That's fucking amazing.
Man, he's posed up.
This is the rating.
This is amazing. How did
Scroll
you?
all the way
Listen,
down to get
is
to
this
that.
a fictional
All
thing?
our Drinkin' Bro admins.
This is
Dylan is
yeah.
no longer banned.
No.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Tell Dylan to DM me.
Dylan DM Matt.
Oh boy.
He would like a full size photo of what you
I
said.
just can't. What I don't understand is like, how can a guy fall that far and get all his clothes ripped off?
Right, and then
I mean, it happens because of
And
the
then
wires,
ran.
the
So
guide
well
wires.
That's why he fell.
It's
He
the
was doing
guide
something.
wires. The guide wires rip his clothes off, and then he happened to land right on the pool chair.
Oh, man.
I don't know if this is
I
a
fucking-
joke or what this was. This is the greatest Drinkin' Bro. of all
This is
time.
fucking great.
And it
Yeah.
got me forever. And like Evan and I were just like, okay.
Yeah.
I knew the dick pic
We
was
don't
coming.
get
All
got
right.
very much, but when we do, congratulations, to
Congratulations.
Sean Vera and Dylan Hardinger. If this is true in your bands,
Hardinger.
you are no longer
It's
Hardinger.
big, it's big.
You are no
God
longer
big.
banned
Yeah.
anymore.
Unbanned.
Graham Allen, thank you for being on
Yeah.
the show.
Thank you
man.
guys for having
And wait,
me.
hold on.
Yeah.
Where can people find you on
Yeah, yeah.
social? If
Yes.
they-
Just
they
Graham
all,
Allen.
We get it. They have more, you have more followers, but where can they find you just in case?
Graham Allen across all platforms.
Great.
Okay.
Dude, fucking awesome show. This flew by. For Mr. Matt Best, Graham Allen, Jared Taylor, Evan Hafer, I'm Ross Patterson, live from Drinkin' Bros. Shot Show event.
Shot Show.
Shot Show
You've
event.
had a lot of
Drinkin' Bros
whiskey. I
event.
like it.